Guys, and welcome back to budget review number 7 for 2023. Can't believe this is number 7. So, yeah, we're just gonna go through it like we've been doing. I'm using the Hemlock and Oak 2023 daily planner. In case if this is the first time of you seeing this thing, it's a very nice size planner. I call it the Bible of planners because that is literally what it puts me in mind of. This thing is absolutely gorgeous, and it's just like it's extremely high quality made. So if you want to check them out, check out the link in the description down below. I believe you should get like 10% off your order if you use that link. I'm not quite exactly sure. It's been so long since I've looked at it, I can't remember. But yeah, no, their planners are really nicely made. I'm very satisfied with my purchase with them, and I will definitely be getting another one of these for next year. Again, like it just doesn't get better than this, guys. So, I took the 23 and 24 year at a glance pages. I basically broke down all of my debts and did like a projection payoff. As long as I do everything that I'm supposed to do, everything should be paid off by November 24. So, I mean, that's really nice to look at, like, whenever you're in a debt payoff journey. So there is light at the end of the tunnel, and we are making great progress, guys. As you can see, I got the Walmart account that's paid off January 22nd. So I am highlighting them just to keep track of how long it does take for each account. We then moved on to the Kohl's account, and in 4 weeks, because he's paid off today. So, yeah, I mean, did it take one more week? Yeah, but I mean, it was a little bit larger than this one. I am a little concerned about the platinum one here, because it's about double the size of this one here, but I'm thinking it's possible, guys. I really do think I could have this paid off by the 26th of March. So look at that, 3 months, three down. So I mean, we are kicking butt this year with this. Not quite sure if it is this setup in general or if I just got into it. So I don't know what the difference is this year, but I'm loving it. And okay, so we move on to the year at a glance. Basically, I listed off all my paydays first, so those are in green. I have my focus accounts for the month, so each month I have a focus account. So that's the one I'm like targeting all the payments towards because I want to kill that thing for that month. If possible. Some of these it's not gonna happen, but that's okay. We know that. And so, yeah, I mark those in red. When I do pay them off, they get marked off on the calendar. Any holidays are in purple. Birthdays were in blue. Of course, we got taxes coming up, so whenever I do my taxes and pay them, that's going to be in here. So, I mean, you got the good and the bad, okay? But either which way, it's money coming in, money coming out. So, I mean, it's a nice way of seeing this in a quick year at a glance view. And I even chose to start tracking my credit score just to see how paying off these debts does affect that. I learned the hard way probably about like 3 or 4 years ago that if you pay off too much all at once, it drops your score. I'm not quite sure why, but yeah, it was, oh god, that was bad. And like I said, then of course an emergency comes up, and then yeah, you're back to using the cards with a lower credit score. So we don't want that. So I do want to try to watch this just to make sure that I'm not doing any further damage to it. And okay, so we get to Tetris. Now, I was going to fill this in like once I reached this, but then I figured with it being 104.99, yeah, that would have been like too much math for me. So I just wait until the end of the month. I just calculate up like how much did you put towards your debt. I do that, and then that's how many pieces I get to fill in. So, I mean, it's not next week, but the week after that, I'll get to add to this. So I'm pretty excited to see how much more further we are up on the detritus thing. And I mean, probably by the end of March, I'm gonna say I should probably be done with level one, which is really impressive. I was not seeing that on January 1st. So cool. Okay, so this is like a completed monthly view here. So this is January. And I mean, all of the months have this similar setup here, but just in case if you like want to see what it looks like when it's completed, this is the organized chaos that I got going on. But we're gonna go ahead and move right to February because that's why we're here. Let's go ahead and get this guy out of the way. So, uh, like as you can see, I basically took all of my bills. Those are all put onto the corresponding days that they're due, just to give you a nice monthly view of what your payouts are. This is so that like I get paid every 2 weeks. So now instead of guessing like, do I need to pay that on that pay or do I need to pay it on the next payday? I can just now look at it and just know like everything from here on up needs paid with that paycheck. This pay will take care of everything from here. So yeah, like this stretch right here is probably the hardest. I know, like, of course, rent is one of the bigger ones, but I keep a savings account for that. So it doesn't really affect me. It's mainly these 2 weeks here that, like, my budget takes a beating. So this is where we have to spend wisely. um, okay, so yeah, no, I got the paydays marked, I got the bills marked. I do have a daily $5 a day savings goal. It's how I really did start training myself to budget and track my spending. And now I'm able to just take that amount and I divvy it up by how many pays I get. And so since we got 28 days, $5 a day is 140. We got 2 pays, so that breaks that down into $70 transactions into my savings. And the next one's coming up next week. So we should have that covered by next Friday. Um, okay, so yeah, we had Kohl's. Kohl's was our Target card. And like as you can see, there is like a little bit of a difference here. It's because I take the total amount of the account at the start of the month when I'm breaking it down into payment. But I also had like the 29 of the minimum payment too. I don't skip those. I continue to do those. So it does make it where I am paying it off like a week earlier. Um, I could have just done the 46 and then did the additional one this week, but I figured, well, whatever. I'm doing it. I just wanted it done with. And it wasn't going to break me going up to this payday, so yeah, we took it. And that also means that I get to start the Capital One card. So yeah, guys, like we are running smoothly, and we're actually running slightly ahead of schedule. So this is good news. I have a no credit card tracker that I've been tracking. I really thought that that was going to be difficult to achieve. But every day that goes by, I learned that not using the credit card is really easy. And I mean, it stops you from buying a lot of crap that you don't need to. So, I mean, it's been very nice. Um, okay, so I have the Vita Authority, which I still have to move that over. I take that for the collagen. I really like their collagen. I like their supplements. The thing is, it's like to get the free shipping net. Of course, you have to spend over a certain amount. And so, yeah. It's not something that I'm just gonna like bust out of my paycheck and just get. So I do create like a little savings account before I make that purchase. So I mean, hey, I just gotta put $20 more in, and then we're done with that, and I'm good up until like, what are we going into? March, April. So probably like end of April, going into May is the next time we're gonna see that. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, like everything's been going nice and smooth. And let's see if we could get to the spot of where we last ended up here. So, we would have been ending on the baby steps. And let me see here. I do want to mark this. I love these little bookmarks here. This helps me flip through this as quickly as possible. And yeah, so this is your daily layout now. So many layouts in one little book. And so I basically start with like a focus quote, and I kind of just like reflect on it a little bit. And this has helped me think differently about my money. It's not all about the numbers. Sometimes there's like emotions involved in it because, you would have emotional spending in that. Other times I'm just really proud of what I did, so I'll write about that. Um, yeah, just really learning about my relationship with my money. um, okay, so I have this schedule, which seems really weird in a budget book, but for some reason this is really working for me. One, it tells me like if I have good times with my money, which I do highlight. And like as you can see, like yeah, if I'm budgeting or if I'm canceling a subscription I don't need, reviewing, checking my FICO health. So those are all highlighted in pink. And anytime that I go to the store or purchase, or even like those purchases that you were this close to making, and then you realize, like, yeah, I don't need that, I include those as well. Which, those went down. Like, those type of things went down, I'm gonna say, like, the first week I was doing this. So, let's see here. Let's go back to January here. So as you can see, like, yeah, I was going on to look at SolarWave. I don't need SolarWave. I was really looking at a printer. I was looking at another printer, which I finally eventually made a wish list and started saving up my monies towards, which I'm almost close to getting it, guys. But if I would have got it on this day, I probably would have bought a model that I didn't want. I wasn't researching them. I was a spur of the moment purchase, and I probably would have spent a lot more, and it would have went on a credit card. So yeah, we're like over a month past. Do I want that printer? Yes, I do. Do I need it right now? No. So yeah, we're gonna be a little bit more thrifty with our monies, but yeah, as you can see, like I was including when I was going to go and spend on something. That has actually stopped. I haven't really had that since the first half of January, which is nice. And I really attribute it to this schedule thing because it actually did turn into a pain in the butt when I had to try to remember, like, oh yeah, what were you looking at and why were you on there? And it was kind of like scolding yourself. So, yeah, that's the whole thing here with the schedule. I used the little taskbar here. Yes, I do write in I will not use the cards just because I am really trying to drill that into my head that we do not use the credit cards no more. That is not what they're there for. They're there to pay you off and chop up. Okay? That's their use. And if I have like any bills due that day, I'll go ahead and mark them up here. If I do pay them, they get marked down here in the transaction log, and I will check them off up here. Of course, they get checked off in that monthly view too, but these check marks down here, these are for whenever I put them in the EveryDollar and the Debit app. So that kind of helps keep me organized there, and those two apps have been quite wonderful. And so, I mean, this week, because granted, like the week before was like highly stressful. So that, again, I'm an emotional spender. So yeah, I'm going to spend more. The beautiful thing that I did notice is, yes, I did spend more, but when I did, it was either with money that I had saved up for that purpose, Or I even have like my stash funds, which are for like those weird miscellaneous things of things that you like really actually need, but I don't want to break my budget for. So I did need to expand the storage in my phone. It was starting to act weird, and I seriously thought that I had one in there, but I guess I didn't. So that was a fun thing to learn at like midnight. But I mean, I did. I price checked it, got the best deal, and I just used my stash funds. So again, nothing's really coming in and out of my budget because I already had the savings for it. So let's just do a quick view here. So nothing really too out of the ordinary. Again, we're learning that anything from 3 on is my danger spend time. That's when I really like to buy. This PetSmart order could have been $12.50 more, but I used my points and I made sure that my little fur baby got some St. Patty's Day mice and, of course, some treats. So, yeah. We are doing good. This one did catch me off guard. I, for some reason, got the Google storage space and the Microsoft storage space mixed up. Um, this whole entire time I thought the $199 coming out was the Google storage. It's not. My Google storage is taken out once a year with $19.99, which I learned at the beginning of this month. So when I saw this, I was like, what the heck is this? Like, I've already paid for that. So then, of course, you got to track it back, and then you're like, what? Microsoft? What is this for? And I almost canceled it until I realized it's for my OneDrive. And yeah, I need that because that's where I keep my Etsy files backed up. Because my computer was acting up. So, yeah. So that's great. So even if you do see a charge and you're just like, what is this thing? Like, literally track it back and figure out why you used that. Because if I would have canceled that, I would have been like, oh, dude, what are you doing? So, yeah, I do have this coming in and out. I would have started it last month, completely forgot about it. So, see, budget book does help you. Another thing, oh, it's a not so proud moment of this week, but it's okay, guys, because if I wouldn't have wrote it down, I would have continued to do it. But yes, Sally was a dum-dum. And because I was actually feeling really lucky, guys. Like my hand actually got itchy. Okay, you know that feeling? And like all of a sudden I had like 4 Etsy sales in a matter of 30 minutes, which like never happens. And I was just like, holy cow, guys, like the hand is itching, making sales on a Thursday. And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get on and play the lottery, right? Okay, so notice I didn't write it on here, but I already had this over here, so I figured, you know what, I don't care, I'm just marking down the whole thing, because maybe if I see it as a total, it'll be a bigger lesson. But I did do $10 on this night, and of course, I didn't win nothing. It's the lottery, okay? Like, it, it's not gonna happen. I have a better chance with the $30 in my savings account, okay? Or going off towards one of my debts. But, I mean, if I'm paying the state of PA $30, I might as well be paying myself $30. That's how I look at it. And so, yeah, no, and of course, like, it comes up again on the next day because you're like, oh, I didn't win yesterday, but I bet if I put $10 on this one, it's gonna, And then it was after the third time, like, it hit me. I'm just like, dude, what are you doing? Like, if I would walk up to a counter and tell them to give me $30 worth of lottery tickets, there ain't no way. There's, like, I am so stingy, I won't even give $1. Okay, I don't even do the dollar scratch offs. But, yeah, put it on an app, and Sally's like, yeah, guys, let's go, okay? So, no more of that. It was fun. The games are entertaining, but there's also free games I could be playing. And by the way, why are you playing games? Because I'm supposed to be doing stuff. Let's be productive here. Let's play that game called Let's Pay Off Our Credit Cards. Let's put $10 on. So yeah, that was that was my wake up call on Friday. But like I said, it's okay because it's a lesson learned. If you don't make mistakes, you don't learn. Like how to spell review. And I gotta wipe that out. But I'll do that after this. So, for some reason, this whole lottery thing, I was so mad at myself for this that it made me start feeling like poopy about my spending. Because if you remember, I said that, yeah, I know I'm going to be spending more because I was stressed. But, like, as you just saw, like, we just went through this, and it's like, no, I had that covered. It actually, like, did I buy more things? Yes. But the majority of them were covered. So it's nothing like major. Like, woo, I had 199 come out of my account that I wasn't expecting. And for some reason, the guilt from those lottery tickets made me think like I blew my budget. Like, I was so mad at myself. I was like, why are you buying all this stuff? You know, your budget's wrecked. Oh, it's doom, doom and gloom for the rest of February. So I started looking over this to get ready to film today. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, no, like you did really good. Like, and then it makes you have to like actually think like, well, why do you think you completely sabotaged this? And it's all because of that $30 with the lottery. So, I mean, yeah, should I have done that? No, no, I shouldn't have. But I mean, it doesn't mean just because I did that like everything's blown. Everything is still on track. We're still doing great, and we just now know not to do that. So I had to kind of tell myself like, look, you messed up once, okay? That was one mess up. It's not like I put like $1,000 on there. We would have been done. It would have been like, see you next year, we'll try again. But like nothing major, extremely bad happened. I lost $30, and apparently it took $30 for me to learn not to do that. So that's why I said I'm gonna be kind and I'm gonna move forward. But it's funny like how my brain instantly attributed that to like all of my spending. It was like all of this is like, oh, I don't know why you're doing any of this. You suck at life. And it's like, no, no, dude. You sucked at 10 o'clock on Thursday and 8 o'clock on Friday. That's not too bad. So, yeah, I mean, this is like the fun stuff that I'm learning about myself while budgeting. So, I mean, I really wasn't expecting that to come up with this, but um I mean, I don't know, guys. It's weird, but I like it cuz again, like I'm learning about like what I do, like my relationship with my money. And it is making me more confident with my spending, with my savings, with paying down the debt, which yay, he's paid off. See, so today is a good day. And yeah. I do end up half of these are already paid too. I gotta go in and fill this in. But like as you can see, like we're pretty much set for the rest of February. And I was even so excited when I paid this off that I was like, I'm getting March ready. So just in case if you want to see what it looks like before I touch anything, this is what the general setup looks like. And yeah, another thing that I found really cool is when I add up the 231s, so like 31 for March, 31 for January, and the 28 for February, that gives me exactly 90 days of no credit card use if I can make it to the end of March, which I really see myself doing now. If you would have asked me January 1st, I would have been like, no. But yeah, and I even got my Capital One. I have him separated. Like I said, this is a big boy compared to the other ones. The other ones were maybe like 20 or 40 for each chunk. These are big boys. These are at 80s, so it's 430. So I just divvied it up in between fives, and that's what I'm shooting for. It seems like a lot, but after I did the math on it, it's actually not that much because you figure I already got, was it Walmart and Kohl's, so that's 30, and that's about 30, so that's 60 right there, 86, so that's just an additional $20 every weekend, because I was already doing the 60. So, I mean, what looks like a big scary number actually isn't that big and scary when you realize, like, you've been paying it, you dum dum, you know? Like, so, I mean, that's kind of cool. That is really cool that I'm actually seeing numbers like that, and I'm actually able to talk myself into being like, it's okay, we could do this. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see how February progresses along. And I mean, we got good things coming up in March, guys. I'm ready. Like I said, like, look at this. We are ready. We are ready, ready. So, uh, that's it. I mean, that's really how I'm going to end this week's review. We got a lot of good things in here. We had one mess up, but I mean, hey, you gotta take the bad with the good because, again, if you don't make mistakes, it means you're not trying and you're not working towards your goal. So, I hope that this budget review helped you. Please feel free to leave any comments down below. Share your budget journey. If you have any questions about any of the apps and that I use, please feel free to ask those. And, I mean, other than that, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And please remember to hit that like and subscribe button to see more Plan With Me's.